sword and musket. I put up a video for this, a trailer as it might be, showing off some of the gameplay that the lovely devs decided they would send to me. So I put it up on my channel, and was it received well. You guys seem to absolutely love it. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about that gameplay and what we can actually expect and everything we know about the Napoleonic Wars mod for Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. First off, the mod will be single and multiplayer, giving something a little bit new to Warband's Napoleonic Wars options that we've seen in the past. Because, you know, we had the Napoleonic Wars DLC, but it was always multiplayer only. There are a few single-player mods for the game that brought us into that Napoleonic Wars period, but never any that really had such a big following for, you know, both single and multiplayer. Actually thinking about it, that was kind of the case across the board. There wasn't really any mods for Mount and Blade Warband that were successful in both single and multiplayer together. It was always really one or the other. Maybe Sword and Musket could change that. Now, whilst I think most people will like to focus on the Napoleonic Wars section of Sword and Musket, it's not solely about this period. You see, the team wanted to explore other, maybe less represented periods and wars within that area of history. Because, of course, you can use the same models and the same uniforms and everything like that and spread across different wars. So we're going to actually experience the French Revolution, the Revolutionary Wars, on top of what we can expect from the Napoleonics. Something I'd quickly like to add about that trailer, by the way, is a lot of people mentioned in the comments that the animations just look like crossbow animations. And yes, I noticed this as well. And actually the developers, once I put up the video, read through the comments. So if you did leave a comment, they've probably seen your feedback, and they stated that they can't really do anything with animations just yet. Tailwoods haven't released the full modding tools, they're just the beta versions of the tools, where you can't do much other than just putting in some assets, sounds, and maps and things like that. To put in custom animations, it takes a little bit more, which will come with the full release of modding tools. So rest be assured, once the mod is fully released, it will have custom animations, putting on bayonets, reloading muskets and rifles, using your horses and cannons the ways that feel realistic and immersive to the time period during Napoleonic Wars. Furthermore, we're going to see full voice acted parts, especially in the single player, with a full soundtrack of everything that you would expect from the era. Beethoven, Vivaldi, Schubert. Oh, I do miss that feeling of playing the Napoleonic Wars DLC for Warband, hearing the symphony of strings over the musket shots and screams in a siege. It seems all that and more will be making a comeback in the Sword and Musket mod. The mod itself, they will heavily focus on the UK and France to start with. That's really their main focus, is because, of course, doing every single country at once is going to take a long time, so they're probably going to have to do it in stages. Of course, UK and France won't be the only countries in the mods, and whilst no others have yet been officially mentioned by the developers, I expect we're going to be seeing a lot of what we've seen in the Napoleonic Wars DLCs. Your Russians, your Prussians, maybe even going a bit deeper into your Portuguese that we never really saw in Tailworld's version of the era. The single player has been hinted at being a bit more story driven rather than the normal sandbox stuff that we see in Bannerlord, which could actually make for some quite interesting gameplay. Whilst this does mean a more exciting and a more immersive storyline for your single player fans out there, it does mean more effort on their side. They've been talking about things like cutscenes as well, and more levels rather than just your wandering around, which could be quite interesting. Now, none of this has been confirmed, but these have been the rumors that have been going around on their Discord. Although you're going to run into some issues with this. Of course, this means more voice acting, more custom music, more animations that have to be added in, and really the most important thing, an actual writer, hiring someone that's going to make an interesting story so people aren't really just stuck with, yeah, here's a cinematic story, but it's a bit lackluster. But that's going to be something really interesting that I think we're going to see. But imagine this. You're going to hop onto Discord with your regiment. You last spoke to them in 2014, people that you grew up playing games with. Then you join a server with 499 other players, and it's all-out warfare. Smoke rising up into the air, fogging the battlefield, cannons booming in the distance, and lead bullets whizzing past your head as your commander barks orders over the terrible potato mic. That is the life. That's the life that we had as the Napoleonic Wars DLC fans, and I can't wait to go back to it. And it looks like it will return very soon. So when will it come back? How far away is this mod, and what are they doing at the moment? Well, currently 2 uniforms are finished, the Coldstream Guard and the French Grenadiers. We actually saw the Coldstream Guard in the gameplay video, as is on screen. Models for the large amounts of regiments are in good stages of development. They're not finished, but they're making great progress. I actually showed this in one of my top 5 mods coming to Bannerlord videos, and you'll be able to see them on screen throughout this video. I especially love the look of the officers. They look incredible. Furthermore, we can see the models for the muskets, which are done, and once again we saw that in the gameplay trailer that I released the other day, and what you're seeing on screen now. But in terms of maps and scenes, there's not much talk about that. I assume it's going to be a large amount of random plains, forest, mountain scenes that you're going to be able to play line battles in, much like in Warband, but are they going to go the way of Warband, where scenes are randomized at the start of each game during events in multiplayer, or are they going to be specifically made scenes for each battle? In with this, a plethora of pre-made scenes like La Haye Saint, maybe the whole battlefield of Waterloo could be made, so we could do historical battles in the multiplayer. I mean, after all, what we've seen of the map editor, it can be pushed to the limits way beyond what Warband's capability could do, even without modding. Just wait until you see my video on that map editor, the sizes it can get up to. Speaking of the map editor, this is something that we can get our hands on right now. So I think the scenes will be one of the first things that come out and that we can try, especially in developer blogs. Once again, you may remember back in the day of early Bannerlord development blogs that Tailwoods weren't actually planning on adding in a battle mode. Anyone that has played Warband's Napoleonic Wars and multiplayer events know that the battle mode is what everyone uses for line battles, the mainstay of Napoleonic Wars multiplayer. Now, Tailwoods did say that it wouldn't be too hard to mod that game mode in, so maybe that's what we're going to see happen along with these mod packs, or maybe Tailwoods have changed their mind. Maybe we could see that game mode come in once private servers are released, and I think that would be the ideal way of doing it. We need great admin tools, great maps, and great game modes in order to make the multiplayer as successful as it was in Warband. So I guess we're going to see the next few months when Bannerlord is fully released. All in all, though, the mod seems to be coming along well, but it's mostly down to Tailwoods at this point. Adding in more tools, and especially the updates for modders who are going to be able to create custom animations, as this is a massive point for creating an exciting and an immersive Napoleonic Wars mod. But if you want to keep up to date, make sure you check out my channel. Subscribe to it for all the videos and hit that notification bell, and I'll make sure I bring out videos as soon as we get more info on this and many other mod packs. Or check out the French Monk's channel, as he focuses very much on Napoleonic Wars and has done 3 videos on this mod already. Plus, he just hit 2k subs, so go and say congrats to him for that. But without further ado, make sure you leave a like on the video. It helps more than you would ever know. But until then, I will see you in the next one.